Welcome back to The Woman in Black Tells a Story. The Whispering Tapestry. In the winter of 1887, Dr. Theodore Armitage, a noted antiquarian and scholar of medieval art, received an invitation from Sir Hugo Fanshawe, a reclusive baronet known for his collection of rare artifacts. The missive was brief and enigmatic. Dear Dr. Armitage, your expertise is urgently required at Fanshawe Hall. I have acquired an artifact of curious origin, but it has brought with it disturbances. I trust you will understand. Yours sincerely, Hugo Fanshawe. Armitage, although intrigued, was accustomed to the eccentricities of country squires. He packed his valise and boarded the train to Norfolk, imagining another dull weekend in drafty halls, deciphering dubious relics. Fanshawe Hall loomed against a twilight sky, a brooding pile of grey stone reeds and ivy. The butler, a gaunt figure with hollow eyes, led Armitage through a labyrinth of corridors to the drawing room. There Sir Hugo waited, pacing nervously before a large tapestry hung on the far wall. The tapestry was unlike anything Armitage had seen. It depicted a dense forest, its trees woven with astonishing detail. Hidden among the foliage were shadowy figures, barely visible, but unmistakably human. Their faces were twisted, in expressions of terror. "This," said Sir Hugo, his voice trembling, "is the artifact. It was unearthed during the demolition of an abbey in Suffolk. The villagers refused to touch it. They called it cursed. I thought it a superstition, but now I am not certain." Armitage moved closer, studying the piece. The craftsmanship was extraordinary, but there was something unsettling about it. The figures seemed almost to shift as the firelight flickered. "What disturbances exactly have you experienced?" Armitage asked. Sir Hugo hesitated. "Voices," he said at last. "Whispers at night from the tapestry. And I have seen movements within it." That evening, after a perfunctory dinner, Armitage retired to the guest chamber. Sleep eluded him. His mind was preoccupied with the tapestry. He decided to investigate. The house was deathly silent as he made his way back to the drawing room. As he approached, he thought he heard something, a faint murmuring, as though a congregation whispered in prayer. The tapestry was alive with motion. The figures within the forest shifted their limbs, writhing as if in agony. Armitage watched, frozen, as one of the shadowy figures stepped forward, its face pressing against the woven surface, its mouth open in a silent scream. The following morning, Armitage confronted Sir Hugo. "This tapestry is more than a relic," he said. "It is a prison." Sir Hugo nodded grimly. "I've made inquiries. The abbey from which it came was home to a group of monks accused of heresy in the 14th century. They were said to have practiced forbidden rites, summoning spirits from the forest. When the church discovered their activities, they were burned alive, their souls bound into this tapestry by some cursed spell." "Why did you bring it here?" Armitage demanded. "I thought it would be a curiosity," Sir Hugo admitted. "I did not believe the stories." That night the whispers grew louder, filling the entire hall. Armitage decided to end the curse. Armed himself with a lantern and the knife, he resolved to destroy the tapestry. As he approached, the whispers rose to a cacophony. The shadowy figures writhed and clawed at the surface, their faces contorted with rage. Armitage set the lantern at the tapestry's edge. As the flames licked the fabric, the figures screamed, a terrible inhuman sound that echoed throughout the hall. The fire consumed the tapestry, and with it, the figures disappeared. The next morning, Sir Hugo found Armitage lying unconscious in the drawing room, the remnants of the tapestry smouldering in the hearth. When Armitage awoke, he could remember little of the night's events. The hall was quiet now, the whisper silenced, but Armitage noticed something strange where the walls had hung, where the tapestry had hung on the walls. The tapestry... The hall was quiet now, the whisper silenced, but Armitage noticed something strange. The walls where the tapestry had hung bore faint charred marks, as though clawed by unseen hands. Armitage left Fanshawe Hall, vowing never to speak of the events again. Sir Hugo, though grateful, could not escape the lingering unease that the figures, freed from their prison, might not have gone far. And on certain, moonless nights, travelers near the ruins of the Suffolk Abbey swear they hear whispers emanating from the forest. A faint murmuring that grows louder as though the trees themselves hold secrets, thus left undisturbed. The end. And don't forget to follow the Woman in Black to hear more stories.